Fact you didn't know about me? I use Cox Internet. Cox. Hey, nice cock. 12-year-old humor. Gotta love it. Alright, Batman movie. Let's get it. Robert Patterson. Pattinson. Pattinson. Jesus. God. Nothing anime related. But hey, DC fan here. Don't care. Oh my god. What's up guys, my name's Khan, and today we have been dropped a trailer. Actually, by today I mean a month ago. The Batman trailer. This thing was dropped a month ago without my knowledge, so that's fun. But anyways, the Batman movie. We're finally getting a Batman film. I think our last Batman film we got was, I think it was Batman vs. Superman. No, Justice League, I guess technically counts. Which was an alright film. Batman vs. Superman was, had its moments. Let's just say that. Had its moments. But yeah. I think the last, true Batman film I saw was Batman 1989 with Michael Keaton. And I wasn't born in the 80s or anything like that. I'm only 16. But the Batman Michael Keaton, that was actually the first Batman movie I've ever watched, which honestly is one of my favorites still to this day. I have not seen any of the Dark Knight movies I have not seen any of those. So technically the first true Batman film I watched was the Michael Keaton 1989 Batman, which was good, and I do recommend it. And sadly, I have not seen any of the Dark Knight films or Batman Begins or anything like that. With I think Christopher Nolan is the guy who played. I'm probably wrong. I probably got the name wrong, but I think his name's Christian. But it was the one with that good Joker that everyone liked and said he would be terrible. But yeah, anyways, that was the last Batman film I watched with Michael Keaton. I'm not seeing the Dark Knight trilogy, which I am kind of upset about because everyone says it's really good. But yeah, The Batman, starring Robert Patterson, who is remembered with Twilight. Which honestly kind of sucks considering Robert Patterson a good actor, but the Twilight series is not a good series. And I think the last movie he was in was The Devil All the Time, I think is what it's called, which is a movie that I really want to see because everyone's been saying it's good. It's got Tom Holland in it as well. Now, quick thing to say, I know this is, I think I probably already said this in the intro, but none of this is anime related. I get it. But being a DC fan, and DC over Marvel, by the way, and being a Batman fan, Batman best superhero, well, hero, not really super, but you get it. This is something I have to check out. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts on Robert Pattinson becoming Batman. I think he's a great choice because I think he can pull off the dark tone, like the dark emo kind of tone, because that's kind of what Bruce Wayne is. He's just like that. He's just like this dark, gloomy guy. And I think Robert Pattinson can pull him off. And looking from this thumbnail right here, I'm excited. Let's get into it. And I think, from what I've heard, the Riddler is supposed to be in this, which I think the last time we got the Riddler was with Jim Carrey in Batman Forever, and we're not going to talk about that. Ooh. Is that the Riddler? No more lies. Okay. I like it.
From your smart friend.
The bridge.
Top of Sprung League.
Oh, Jordan Wright as... Oh my god. Jordan Wright as Commander Gordon. That's a fantastic choice. I love that choice. Fantastic casting already. I mean, Michael Reeves, I think is his name, who is directing this, so of course he's gonna know how to take care of this film, and he knows who to cast.
And a clue.
Man, Nirvana.
Just me and you.
Yeah, this is the Riddler. And I think also Penguin and the suit looks good. The suit looks good. The Penguin and Catwoman is supposed to be in this. I love the eye paint as well because they never did that in you know, like how he wears a mask to conceal himself. Like they never do the eye paint in like the Michael Keaton or any of the other Batman clips that I saw, or from Justice League or Batman vs Superman. He looks good as Bruce Wayne. I like it. Catwoman. Yep, that's Penguin. The Joker goons, or is those just regular goons?
What is the price for your blind eye?
I love this Riddler. A lot darker.
How are you supposed to be?
No.
I'm vengeance.
He already nailed the voice. He nailed the voice. And the soundtrack embedded with the, like, just combined with the clips goes so well. Oh god, I'm excited. I'm excited. It's suggesting me a Nirvana song. I like that.
How am I part of it? You'll see.
You see the eye paint? And like in other Batman films, it just magically comes off. I love the question mark use. Only in theaters. Current in production. God, that was good. Man. Something that the Batman films, I feel like, well, the ones that I've seen that have that they've failed to do is like really the detective part of it. Because in the Michael Keaton Batman, don't get me wrong, it's a great movie, good Joker, good Batman, and like all the action scenes are good for, especially like considering it being in the 80s. It's all good. Something that they never really, and this goes for the Batman vs Superman and Justice League movies as well. Something they never really nailed was the fact that Batman's a detective, which is something that the Arkham games nailed perfectly, and that's why the Arkham games are, like, in my opinion, the best like storytelling for Batman. Well, of course, not counting the original comics, because Batman is a detective. He's like a really good detective. Like, I think Sherlock Holmes levels of detective. And no Batman film has ever like tapped into that. Of course, I think in the Dark Trilogy, which I've not seen, I'm just guessing, he worked with the police. I believe he did. And Christian Bale, that's the guy who was in the Dark Knight trilogy. Man, I got that name way off. Anyways, but yeah, they never really nailed the detective part of him. But considering they have the Riddler in this, I feel like they're really gonna tap into that. Because, I mean, the Riddler is supposed to be like this genius, like this genius person who's like this genius psychopath, basically kind of like Jigsaw. Like, I don't think Jigsaw's as smart as the Riddler, but I do think he's going to. But I do think like they share similarities. You know what I'm talking about if you've seen Saw. But yeah, I do think that it's going to be a battle of wits, kind of like a cat and mouse kind of thing. Like, and I do think that'll be interesting because, like, this movie's basically giving me everything I want. It's giving me that psychological aspect. Like, it makes you think, like, what's going to happen in this film? What's going to be laid out? Like, how is he going to think? How is he going to go about this? And it also makes you think, and it's also giving me the action, especially in that fight scene. And this appears, and I'm starting to think that this is going to be like in Batman's earlier days, because with Alfred saying that line, you're becoming quite the celebrity. I do think it's going to like be like year 1, year 2 Batman kind of thing. Which is going to be like the youngest Batman we've ever gotten, by the way. Which will be interesting, because it's basically going to see like Batman, you know, like this is like going to be the thing where it just like really beats the shit out of people. And that guy that we saw get beat the crap out of, arm breaking, and just like I think he's dead. He's got to be dead. Like, you could hear the crunch of his face, just the crunch that he did, and he did it twice. He has to be dead. There's no way he's alive. And I'm hoping this is. I'm hoping. I know this is gonna sound morbid, but I'm hoping this is rated R. I'm hoping this is rated R. I want. This is the Batman we need. I want really dark and like disturbing, like just mental Batman movie. That's what I want. That's what I want, and I hope I get that. And I know everyone's expectations are like really low, considering Robert Pattinson's in this, which honestly is a horrible reason to set your expectations low because he's a fantastic actor. But from what I've seen, Robert Pattinson's gonna nail it. He's gonna nail it. And I saw Catwoman in there too, and I think I saw the Penguin at one point, and the Riddler. I think the Riddler's gonna be a fantastic person guy. Like, of course, he's not a good guy, but he's gonna be a fantastic villain. I cannot wait. This is a movie that I'm gonna be waiting for such a long time because I've been looking for like psychological, deep, like just movies that make you think. But of course, I'm missing that element of action, dark, gritty, just violence. That's something that I'm missing, and that's something that I feel like only Death Note has ever given me. But then we're getting this movie, and of course it could be just because I haven't looked far enough. But now that we're getting this movie, I think that's gonna change. But yeah, that's gonna be this reaction. I'm definitely gonna check this movie out. I think it's gonna nail it. I think it's gonna nail it. I think it might top. I honestly think it might top the Joker. I'm gonna call it right here. This Batman movie, is gonna top the Joker in the box office and in ratings, hands down. And I think that this is gonna be the best DC movie. I'm calling it right here. This is gonna be the best DC movie ever. It's gonna have the highest. It's gonna be rated higher than any of the Dark Knight trilogy movies. Rated higher than any like the Justice League with Zack Snyder. Well, of course it is because those are rated low anyways. It's gonna be rated higher than Michael Keaton movie. I think it's gonna blow every Batman movie away in rating, in reviews, and box office. So yeah, it's gonna kill the Joker, literally, with the box office. The reviews are gonna be in the high 90s in Rotten Tomatoes. I'm calling it right here. This is gonna be the best Batman movie. Calling it right here. So yeah, that's it for me, and I'll see you guys next time. Like, subscribe, comment down below what are your thoughts, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.